think it's really important as funders to really understand what's happening in terms of our state budget, because ultimately it'll have an impact on our investments that we make in our community.
So very literally in one day, they took money from struggling homeowners who could lose their homes and gave it away to the top 1%. And that, I think, encapsulates the priorities that are being enacted. I don't think those are the priorities of the state. I don't think those are the priorities that advance the goals that each of you have in your organizations. I don't think they are the priorities that match what Arizonans want for our future. But that is what we have.
We also see, just huge cuts in terms of how many dollars are being devoted to our healthcare system in general. When I talked about the health coverage and the cuts to our state budget related to health coverage that have occurred over the years, it's important to understand that in our Medicaid or access system, every dollar that's cut is accompanied by a $2 to $3 match in federal funding that is lost. So as we've cut these dollars, we've also cut essentially federal dollars that are coming into the state. So just this year alone, you can expect $1.5 billion less in funding due to state and federal cuts. Now, I don't know about you, but as a funder, I just can't figure out how you're going to make up $1.5 billion through philanthropy. So we all have a real challenge ahead of us, and it's trying to figure out how do we address the significant needs that are before us? How do we think creatively about this? And how do we start addressing our big public policy problems?
In addition, we have also seen the cutting of soft capital, which is textbooks, buses, the supplemental supplies that are necessary in order for kids to learn. We are now getting funded for that at a mere $30 million a year. And to put that in context, we have about 1 million kids in K-12, so about $30 a child is what we're receiving for textbook, buses, and that has been ongoing for the past couple of years.
In order to continue a healthy, vibrant nonprofit sector, it's essential that we have a healthy, vibrant partnership with state, federal, and local governments. We need our government partners to be thinking just as creatively and innovatively. Ronald Reagan got us into this together. I know I'm simplifying that, but you get the point. We got into this together. We've been in a mess together. Let's get out of it together. And so I will talk later about some opportunities that from things that have happened in other states and that are already happening in other states to reinvent the way this government nonprofit partnership looks. And then ultimately, I think the philanthropic community should be key partners in figuring out as well, because you are an important leveraging part of this funding mix on the dollar